Hello my dear friends, once again I welcome you back to my YouTube channel Modern English with Kundu Dayal. Friends, if you are new to my YouTube channel, please like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel to get more videos. In this video we are going to learn more about the writing skill topic, that is note making. And in the textbook of 12th standard it is prescribed in the third unit, that is 3.3, note making. So before going to head into the writing skill, that is note making, let's have a look on the icebreakers activity. Friends, already I had explained that these icebreaker activities are open-ended questions, that it does not have any specific answers, that it depends on students or reader to reader, that they might have a different sorts of answer for one question, right? So I had already cleared this thing. So let's have a look on the first activity, that is complete the web. The web is given, a kind of question is asked through the web and we are supposed to complete the web, and one answer is given for our information, that is we take notes of, right? The answer is given speech. So when the speech is going on, that time we take notes. Then what are the other things, right? What are the other things that we notes take off? It might be a lecture, it might be a seminar or a webinar, right? Or it might be a kind of lecture series that from which we take the notes. So that is what the first activity is all about. Moving on to the next activity, discuss in groups why we take notes. Why we take notes? Improvement in listening becomes an active process, right? By taking notes, what happens? We improve our listening skills. Then what is the other important, or why do we take notes? To store information, right? Sometimes what happen, why do we take notes? Because actually we wanted to store information, that's how we take notes. Notes helps to remember the concepts. Then why do we take notes? To remember the concept very well. Then what else? That is what the two are important, and we take notes for remembering the concept, right, for storing the information or to improve the listening skill. That's why we take notes of. Let's start with the actual text. On page number 148 we are dealing with note making. At the beginning the difference is given in two concepts, note making and note taking. There are two concepts, right? At the beginning the difference is cleared. Now both the skills are totally different. Note taking is a passive process which is undertaken during lectures. Now see, note taking is considered as a passive process which happens in lectures or which happens in lectures time. Note taking at a glance gives a complete view of a paragraph or any content which contains the main points and supporting details of what is heard during lectures or speech. Now the time we take notes, that notes gives us the view of complete paragraph, right, which contains main points or subpoints. That is what the importance of note taking is. Taking notes while reading from different books and present for different purposes. Now why do we take notes? Maybe because for the point of view of examinations or from different perspectives, right? We used to take notes from different sorts of sources. We can have notes from speech, from lecture series, from webinar. So there are many other things from which we can have notes. Now see the next point, note making. So far we have seen note taking, now we'll be having note making. Note making is a more active and focused writing skill. See the difference between two concepts. At the beginning, note taking is taught us, or which is told us that it is a passive process. Now note making is active process, and it is how it is active process, right? Two differences. And it focuses on a writing skill where concrete connection between all relevant concepts and words is drawn to connect all thoughts together by a method. Now which are the methods that are used to connect the ideas? The methods like points, tree diagram, table, pie chart, bar, or pie charts, pictogram, diagrams, tables. There are different sorts of modes which could be used to connect the thoughts and ideas in note making. Now see, the difference is very clear, that note taking and note making. Note taking is passive, wherein the information is taken from only one source, and note making is the active process and writing skill wherein the information is taken from different sorts of sources. Let's have a look on the next point. Similarities between note taking and note making. Now we have seen earlier the difference between two concepts, that is note taking and note making. Now we will be having the similarities between two concepts, that is note making and note taking. Both concepts provide the students with material for easy reference, preparations and study during an examination. Now both the concepts are very much essential from exam point of view for the students, that it will definitely help the students to remember the concepts and things very clearly and perfectly. Both help the students in remembering facts easier, as it utilizes both reading and listening senses. Now both the concepts are much essential and useful for the students to remember the facts in a easiest manner, in a simple manner, as it utilizes as it uses both reading and listening skill, right? Now both the concepts requires listening skill as well as reading skill. That's how these two concepts will definitely assist the students to get passed in the examination. Both means both the concepts have the same purpose, same intention, that is for the students to excel in their studies, to have growth in their studies, to exceed their studies, to go beyond their studies, right? Now these two concepts are having the common intention, common goal. What is it? To excel the students' studies, right? That is what the common goal of these two concepts are. Both the concepts will help the students to concentrate better and effectively. See, no doubt both the concepts are very much essential, important, significant from exam point of view and from learning point of view, as it will definitely include, or it will definitely increase the concentration of the students. It will definitely help the students to concentrate better on their studies, right? That is what the similarity between these two concepts are. Again, the difference is given between two concepts, that is note taking and note making. Let's have a look on one by one. The first column, that is note taking, and the other column is of note making. Let's have a look on the first column, that is note taking. Only jotting down points involves no sight interpretation. Absolutely. Note taking involves only jotting down points and writing down points, and it entirely neglects the sight interpretation, right? In note making, it helps the students to see each point clearly along with its link or connection with each other. Definitely it helps us, the students, to have the connection between two ideas, right? Definitely it makes us clear that ideas are linked with their main ideas. Next point in note making, very little changes are required. In note taking, very little and slight changes are required, but in note making, it is easier to change the notes made. Definitely, as we used to make the notes in note making with the help of tables, charts, pictograms, flow charts, line graph, tree diagram, and so on, and that's how it becomes quite easier to change the notes that we made. Now let's have a look on note taking column. Taking points from one source at a time. Definitely it happens only in note taking, right? we tend to have a one source in note taking, right? We cannot take note taking in different sources from at one time, right? If the lecture is going on, that is what the first source is, and we cannot have attention with two sources, right? That is what the note taking is. Wherein note making, it involves the taking of points from different sources, right? In note making, we can have different sources so that we can take more points from different sources. In note taking lays understanding, right? By taking notes, a student will not get a perfect and appropriate understanding, right? Wherein in note making, more understanding. Now in note making, why do students get more understood? Because the concept is put before the students in a clear manner, in a appropriate manner. That's why the students gets more and effectively understood the ideas in note making. Points or notes are written in a full form. Points given by sources are taken directly. Now it will only happen in the note taking concepts, right? Wherein points or notes are written in full forms. There is no short form or there is no shortcut used in the note taking, and the points which is given here are by sources taken from directly, and the points which is given here have taken directly from the sources. Wherein in note making is often in short form, as we all know that note making happens in a short form so that it could cover all the topics and informations which is given, and that's how it is more understanding. Let's have a look on note taking column. It only gives the early configuration for the whole topic. The word configuration is important. What do you mean by configuration? Configuration means the way things are arranged in order to achieve results, right? Now note taking will definitely gives us early result for the whole topic. Means whatever we have taken in note taking, it will definitely gives us the perfect results, right? Now what will happen in note making? It helps the students in capturing its main key. Now see, in note taking it will give the configuration of full topic, wherein in note making, the note making will help the students in capturing its main key. That is what, with the help of modes, right, note making is made, which will definitely help the students to capture the main key, main idea, main part, core part of the concepts. In note taking column, notes are made from sources. They are handmade since the time available is limited. Now see, as we all know that lectures and webinars and seminars and lecture series, all these are for limited times. It could be for 1 hour, 2 hours, 1.5 hours, right, for 45 minutes. So the notes which are made from those sources are handmade and it is limited. Wherein in note making column, the notes constructed by the learner themselves in handmade in or computer typed form, and in note making there is no time boundaries, there is no as such, so notes are made or either typed on computer, and that is what the difference is all about. I hope students you would have understood the difference between two concepts, that is note taking and note making. Now let's talk about the styles or the modes of note making. What are these styles? Tables, charts. Now under charts comes bar charts, pie charts, flow charts, then line graph, tree diagrams, pictograms, maps and plans. So all that comes under the styles of note making. We have taken some images here just to make you understand, just to make the students understand, means what are the styles of note making. So we have taken tables, then we have taken charts, that including pie charts, flow charts, then bar graph, line graph, then tree diagram, then maps and plans, pictogram, diagram. So all the styles we have taken here. Dear friends, I have taken over here some of the examples of note making, and also I have taken some paragraphs over here just to make you understand so how you can attempt these note making questions. So with the help of these paragraphs you can write the note making, and each paragraph contains the informations and under which the format is given of note making. So you are just supposed to read the paragraph and fill the informations under the paragraph. That's all. That is what the note making is all about. I hope the students, you would have understood this topic very well. If you understood the topic, please let me know your comments in the comment section. Thank you so much.